Okay, so at least you gave examples. They're bullshit examples, but they're examples. So what are we talking about here? Somebody said that teachers are indoctrinating our kids. And so I said, how? Don't just tell me that they're indoctrinating our kids. Give me specific examples of them indoctrinating our kids. And this person came in and said, well, if your kid knows how your sexual preference or political view, that's how. And we're talking about teachers, so I'm assuming you mean your kid as in your students in your classroom. If your students in your class, because that's what the subject is. If you're talking about my kid, then it's an even dumber comment, an even stupider comment, if you will, because I can teach my kids my political positions or my sexual preference as a parent. So we're talking about teachers and their students. And you say that if, as a student, you know your teacher's political views or sexual preference, then that's indoctrinating those kids. Now, we can have a conversation about teachers sharing their political viewpoints. We can have an honest debate on that. I don't have a problem with teachers sharing their political viewpoints, even if they're conservative viewpoints. Now, if a teacher tells a kid that they are wrong for what they believe because it's different than the teacher's political viewpoint, then you might have an argument for indoctrination. If it's an open exchange about political viewpoints, I got no problem with that, and I don't view that as indoctrination. What I find interesting is the sexual preference part. You never knew if any of your teachers were married? You never referred to any of your teachers as Mrs. So-and-so and saw a picture on their desk of them and their husband? Because if you did, you knew your teacher's sexual preference. If you knew that your teachers were married, if your teachers ever talked about their spouses, whether it be a male teacher talking about their wife, or a female teacher talking about their husband, or a male teacher talking about their husband, or a female teacher talking about their wife, if you ever knew any of that from any of your teachers, then according to your logic, those teachers were indoctrinating you. So teachers aren't ever allowed to speak about their political viewpoints and aren't ever allowed to talk about their spouses. Because according to you, that would be indoctrinating kids. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. We all knew our teachers, well, not all of our teachers, but we all knew most of our teachers' spouses, saw pictures of them on vacation, would talk about them in class. And you viewed that as indoctrination? Or is it that you don't have a problem when a straight teacher talks about their spouse and thus reveals their sexual preference, but you have a problem when a homosexual teacher does it? That's what it is, isn't it? You're just a fucking homophobe.